The first group that attempted to go up Mount Kailash went missing. The next group after them started to age as they climbed up. They stopped climbing but still died of old age despite being very young. Some scientists also attempted to scale the mountain and aged 2 weeks and 6 hours. What is wrong with this mountain? Why are there strange things happening around it? In this video, we'll explore the mystery of Mount Kailash. Earth has lots of mountains. Some are known for their height, some for their weather, some for their beauty, and others for the religious and magical stories connected to them. Mount Kailash, on the other hand, has it all. The mountain is located high up at 6,638 meters in the China-occupied Tibet Plateau. Many people visit it each year, from pilgrims on a sacred journey to thrill-seeking tourists. But here's the twist. Unlike most mountains, nobody has ever reached the summit of Mount Kailash, despite numerous attempts. It's not taller than Everest, so what makes it so special? The tricky part is that people have tried to climb it, but everyone who has tried has failed. Everest is at least 33% taller than Mount Kailash, but more than 9,000 people have made it to the top of Everest. However, Mount Kailash is a different story. Not only have people failed to reach its summit, but those who tried have had strange experiences. For instance, some Russian climbers attempted to climb it in the early 20th century, and mysteriously, they vanished without a trace. No one knows where they went or what happened to them. Siberian climbers tried to climb Mount Kailash, even though there were strange incidents recorded there before. Something unusual happened to them that had never occurred to mountain climbers before. They aged as they went higher. Worried about their lives, they had to stop their expedition. There was no clear reason why they were aging, and they never figured it out. When they returned, here's the surprising part. Even though they were biologically young, they all later died of old age. If it was just them, we might think it's a coincidence or an odd situation, but many others who visited the mountain later also reported experiencing similar things. Some people had their nails and hair grow really fast as they climbed Mount Kailash. One team saw 2 weeks' worth of growth in just 12 hours of climbing. Researchers wanted to check if this was true, so they went up the mountain too. And guess what? They experienced the same thing. They thought the air around the mountain made people age faster. If that's not strange, here's another mystery. Mount Kailash is exactly 666 kilometers from the North Pole and 13,332 kilometers from the South Pole. Exactly twice its distance from the north. It's not likely just a random thing. And there's more. Some people think Mount Kailash isn't really a mountain, but a huge pyramid built by an ancient and smart civilization. Some people in that group think Mount Kailash is connected to the pyramids of Giza and Quixote. This idea links with another theory from some scientists who believe that the beginning of all human life and civilization might be linked to Mount Kailash. In 1999, a Russian explorer named Dr. Ernst Mal got to study Mount Kailash. His team made a map of a city of gods with pyramids and stone mirrors. And guess what? They found something really interesting and strange. The outcome of their study looked a lot like the shape of DNA molecules. Dr. Ernst Mal and his team thought, this couldn't just be a random accident. Dr. Mal even suggested that Mount Kailash is a pyramid built by people. He went further to say that the mountain might be hollow with people inside. He got this idea because they heard strange noises from the mountain during their study at night. Another odd thing in the area is the strong magnetic field. A compass doesn't work properly there. It won't point to the true north and will just move around. This might be why people could get lost on the mountain. The strong magnetic activity also makes it impossible to fly helicopters and drones in the area. Here's an interesting fact. Adolf Hitler believed in these ideas and sent teams to explore and uncover the secrets of Mount Kailash. However, his interest wasn't in learning history. He thought that if a civilization could build something like Mount Kailash, they might have powerful weapons hidden there, and he wanted them for his own reasons. While many scientists agree that Mount Kailash is strange and mysterious, they don't have clear answers. In such situations, it's a good idea to look into ancient texts and religions because they've been around longer and have records older than modern science. It's unusual to see many religions agreeing on the same thing about a place or person, but with Mount Kailash, the story is different. And that's another mystery. In Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Bon religion, this mountain is seen as special and a place for the gods. Even though they all think the mountain is sacred, there are small differences in what they believe. Hindus think it's like a staircase, or a getaway to heaven. In the region, you can easily hear the sound of Damru or Om. While it might seem like a coincidence, it doesn't really make sense to think so. Despite all these amazing things, if you wanted to climb Mount Kailash today, I'd love to encourage the daredevil in you, but it's not possible. The Chinese government banned climbing the mountain in 1980 for some unknown reason. They say it's out of respect for other religions, but we know China doesn't always respect religions from other countries. All the mentioned religions agree that there's something supernatural about the mountain, and that those who climbed it did so through supernatural means. This might explain why no one in recent times has been able to climb it using just their skills and equipment. You might need some spiritual worthiness. Locals believe only a soul free of sin could go up the mountain, and such a person wouldn't even need to physically climb. They'd turn into a bird and fly to the summit. Sounds wild, right? But if you believe you're sin-free, you're welcome to give it a try. What do you think? Do you believe there's more to Mount Kailash, or do you think we're making a big deal out of nothing?